Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, and I'm here to do another general reading video. So make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe. Also comment below, tell me if any of this resonates with you. I'd love to read your comments. Also, this is a general read, so if it resonates with you, woo, I'm super stoked. If it doesn't resonate with you, well, I'm very sorry. I have a ton of videos on my YouTube channel, so you can definitely go through that and see if any of those resonate with you. But again, make sure that you do like this video, hit subscribe, and comment below. I love to read your comments. Also, if love becomes a part of the reading, my default is reading to a female about a male, so pronouns are interchangeable. He's can be she, she's can be he's, he, she, them, or they, whatever is going on in your life. Let's get started. I am so excited. I did a general reading the other day and I loved it. It was a release of energy and I just feel really energized lately. A lot of stuff is going on. And then last night I just listened to music and just totally vibed out on it. And okay, that's 3, that's 2, perfect. I totally vibed out on it, and so I'm feeling this wave of energy and just kind of really feeling guided to do general readings right now. And that's 2. So I'm just really excited to see what the cards have to say. Okay. How many cards is that? My goodness, wow. Okay, one more shuffle. All right, let me just line these up really quick. So our first card is the 4 of Wands. Then we have the World in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands, the 10 of Wands in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, the 7 of Wands, the 6 of Wands in reverse, the Page of Swords, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, and then the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Lots and lots and lots of wand energy. And that totally makes sense because like I was saying earlier, just feeling super energized and really like on fire in a sense, you know? I'm going to do clarifying cards for each one. I'm getting already kind of a read, and this is on something, but I want to make sure that I'm on the right track. So with clarifying cards, that does help, because I feel like it's a foundation thing that this is, whether it's some sort of relationship, something that's going on, and it can be even like a celebration. And the major arcana that's here is the World in reverse. So that's also telling me that it's not over. Like that's its message. It's not over. So whether this is a relationship or something else, I don't know. So that's why we're going to do those clarifying cards. 6. Okay. Just going to set those aside. Okay, so clarifying the 4 of Wands is the 9 of Cups in reverse. And I'll show you guys after I'm done with this. Clarifying the World is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Wow. Clarifying the Ace of Wands is Death. Clarifying the 10 of Wands is in reverse is the Knight of Wands. Clarifying the King of Wands in reverse is the 2 of Swords. Clarifying the 7 of Wands is the Ten of Wands in reverse. So that's another message that's coming through, is Ten of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands is being clarified by the Ten of Swords in reverse. The Page of Swords is being clarified by the Hierophant. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is being clarified by the Tower. And then the Seven of Pentacles is being clarified by another seven, the Seven of Swords. Okay. All right. I think before, because I'm getting like a really weird energy. Let me just dive in. Let me just dive in before I get myself even more confused. Okay. So we have the Four of Wands being clarified by the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is a sign of something that you didn't want. You know, it's really weird, especially like the energy and stuff, and it's like a celebration, it's a foundation, but it's something that you never wished for to happen. But it's like a gathering of people that in a really not great circumstance. So there is this Nine of Cups energy always through this card, but with it being the reverse, it's like wishes are coming true, but it's in a really not the best of ways. So like a gathering of people. This can be something that is like a like the only thing I can think of is kind of like a family gathering, in the sense of maybe someone passed away, something that is like that, but it's bringing people together. Now, we have the World in reverse being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And so with the World being in reverse, this is not the end. This is not the end, but this was not destined to be. So with this being upright, this is fate and destiny. This is like what is meant to happen. And it seems like that what has happened and what has brought everyone together wasn't supposed to happen. It was something that was not in the cards, you know? It was just something that happened that wasn't supposed to happen. Now I feel that there's also like a transformation that's taking place as well with the Ace of Wands. And transformation is definitely the butterfly. That is a symbolism of transformation. And being clarified by the Death, that this transformation is ending, so another transformation can begin. So it feels like you just started something, like you started on a road. And this can be like with a career path or something that is like that, because it is wand energy. Or even like a relationship too, like a dating relationship or a friendship. And it feels like it just ends. But then it's like transforming into something else. And it doesn't mean that it's like with that same person. It can be with a different person, because you're also learning and transforming yourself. So maybe this newer friend did you dirty or something that's like that. You're learning your mistakes and growing from that with that transformation. And with the Ten of Wands being clarified by the Knight of Swords, this is a quick energy that's going on with that Knight of Swords. And with the Ten of Wands in reverse, this is saying that it's not over yet, but the burden, you don't have to carry it alone. This is kind of going back to that group gathering. So it's really that you have a lot of people that have your back, that are on your side. You don't have to carry stuff alone, but this isn't quite the end of things. So whatever is going on in your life where you think that, okay, well, this is a finality, this is done, it's not quite done. And there's quick energy that's happening right now that is going to prove to you and show you that it's not quite done. With the King of Wands being clarified by the Two of Swords, this is an energy, a passion energy. So like with the King of Wands in upright, he is a passionate, fiery, sexual guy. And I feel like when it is the King of Wands in reverse, there's still that King of Wands energy, but it's just really subdued. And it feels like that this King of Wands was there and was upright for quite some time. And this can be a person that has been maybe a lover, maybe someone that's in a relationship, that kind of thing. And they backed off. And so it's just kind of like it's half of that fiery energy. And it's because that they're indecisive. And they might be picking up on your energy of what's going on with this gathering, with this circumstances that are happening and this transformation. And they really don't know how to feel that energy out. Because people, whether they want to admit it or not, they subconsciously feed off of your energy. So if you're in a negative headspace or you're in just not a great headspace, people are going to feed off of that energy and they're going to feel that. And immediately, unless you are, like an empath or have that kind of ability to really feel other people's feelings, a lot of times it's really like, I'm backing off. I don't know how to deal with this. But there's a decision that's being made with this backing off because maybe that there's another choice. Maybe there's another path that's going on. Their heart and their mind is not in a line. And that's why that's energy is really at an arm distance away instead of being super close. Now, with the Seven of Wands being clarified by the Ten of Wands, in reverse, this is a defensive energy with the Seven of Wands, and it's not over. So this fight that you're fighting, that you feel like people are coming towards you, and it just feels really defensive energy. It's not over. You're not quite done yet. But again, you can share some of this burden, some of this energy with other people because other people have your back. You have a lot of people on your side. So you don't have to face this alone. Now with the Six of Wands being clarified by the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Six of Wands in reverse is about losing a battle. You were not victorious in a battle. It doesn't mean that it's the war. It doesn't mean that it's the whole thing, but it just means that you lost a battle. You lost something. And this can be very much death related because of the Ten of Swords, but I'm not feeling that it is because it is in reverse. If this was upright, absolutely. But this is a reverse. So with the Ten of Swords in reverse, this is a healing opportunity. This is letting the swords drop down out of your back. This is healing. So you're healing from whatever you've lost with this battle. And this can be a battle of like addiction. This can be a battle of just anything, And it feels like you're healing from these wounds, but you're still like in this really defensive and just like ready for anything, but it has to be only me, and it's not that at all. And then we have the Page of Swords being clarified by the Hierophant. Now, Page of Swords is an interesting card because this is like my card of stalking people on social media. This is, and I say stalking in the sense of like looking at, like you're friends with someone and you're looking at, not like viciously stalking. It's just being curious, but someone is watching your social media or you are watching theirs. And whatever that resonates with you, either or, you're learning a really valuable lesson with this, that maybe this battle that you lost, maybe this was a fight over this relationship and this person is really backing off and you're really trying to focus on, hey, what's going on, and getting on that. Well, you need to learn a lesson to let that go. And if you're not resonating with that, it could be the flip side of it, where this person is watching you and watching you thrive and doing your own thing, because obviously you have a lot of stuff on their plate and they're learning about you. They're learning about how you handle certain situations, especially with this kind of like negative energy that's going on. Now, the Two of Pentacles being clarified by the Tower. The Tower is not a card that scares me at all. This is about also transformation. This is knocking down all of your walls. Now, with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it means that you are not being able to multitask. You are only focusing and honing in on one part of your life. And you need to really start to focus on incorporating other parts of it. And I think you're afraid to do that because once you start to incorporate other sides, you haven't healed from those other sides in your life. And you know that transformation is going to happen. This Tower moment is going to happen when you start to focus on other aspects. So if you're avoiding like work talk, just say, like toxic work environment or whatever, and I'm just going to work, I'm just getting a paycheck, and I just don't want to talk about it. And once you actually start to open yourself up and feel the feelings that you have towards these different aspects of your life, and it doesn't necessarily have to be work, it can be relationships, it can be friendships, it can be anything. You're going to really start to break down those walls, and real transformation is going to be happening. And I feel, especially with that Ace of Wands earlier with the Death card, it feels like things are starting to begin, and those beginnings are going to be ending, because guess what? It's on to the new thing. There's big transformations that are at play right now. And it like, especially with like the wand energy, it feels really chaotic. It's not like a waiting energy. And there's only one card that is that, but I just like at least the undertone is just very much like scattered and just like a fire. Like that's kind of what I'm getting, is like a forest fire where it's like uncontrollable and it's just burning the crap out of everything, and it's like chaotic. You're trying to like put the fires out, but they're just growing bigger and they're just moving everywhere. They're not contained. And so that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting like with this chaos. And it's like, I can only do this by myself, and you're only one person with a bucket of water, and you have a whole village that can help you with this, but you're just like, no, I can handle it. Well, it's time to get other people in there. Now, with that being said, we have the Seven of Pentacles being clarified by the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is reaping your harvest. So this is also a waiting energy as well. So maybe that, because it is Pentacles, this can be a money thing, that you've been waiting for something to happen. And it is happening. Your harvest is growing. But you want to make sure that you are being protected, and that you are protecting yourself from thievery, from people that are going to try to steal maybe your ideas, maybe your energy. They might be trying to steal your resources. They're going to test your boundaries. So it's really time to get that energy where you can really thrive and have your harvest, but not have the little rabbits come in and eat your harvest, you know? It's just like making a pin over it, and you know, whatever is left over or you have over harvest, then yeah, you can give it to someone. But it's just making sure that you have your boundaries in place, because right now, especially with the chaos that I'm feeling on this, it might be really easy. You might be a really easy target to be taken advantage of, because there's just a lot that's going on. Okay. So I'm doing medicine cards, and this is really interesting. Okay. The first one was grouse, and this is a sacred spiral. So this is big. Then we got ant, which is patience. Raccoon, I'm going to have to look up. And then alligator. And that's 34, 32, 46, and 50. So for grouse, So grouse is the sacred spiral. And so many spiritual disciplines ask you that oh my gosh. Many spiritual disciplines ask you cease all external movement in order to recognize the inner life. Grouse medicine, however, is an invitation to dance. Grouse celebrates the divine source through its sacred spiral dance and offers this dance to you as a gift. You can spend a lifetime learning Grouse's lesson on how to harmonize your dance with Mother Earth's cycles and how to offer dance as a creation of selfless beauty. So, if you have grouse medicine in your cards, undertake a meditation on various qualities of movement within your world. Begin by visualizing the sun as one member of a huge group of stars swirling in a massive pinwheel shape of the Milky Way. Then draw yourself out of this pinwheel of light and into spiraling of your own DNA's double helix, an arrangement similar to a rope ladder coiled like a corkscrew. So it's really just like everything is connected. And with that dance. So I'm also really resonating in this with that Four of Wands energy of celebrating. There's going to be dancing. There's going to be things. It's a spiral of life. That's the spiral, the sacred spiral. Now with Ant, it's time to show a little trust and patience in some life situation. You may have forgotten that you will always receive that which you need at the time that you need it most. If it is not on the horizon or just around the anthill, you may need to use some strategy. How can you put to use your power of creation until it arrives, whatever it means to you at this time? The ant is working for the good of the whole. Are you? If you are, be assured the whole wants the same goodness for you and that it will be provided. So it's really focusing on the positive energy and being patient. So patience is huge, but also going about things in a positive manner when you start to and looking for the good of the whole is what it's pretty much saying. If you're being really selfish and really self-centered in this energy, then it's going to really start to backfire on you, I should say. So raccoon is the generous protector. So if the raccoon wandered into your cards today, the little bandit may be telling you to look around and see who needs your strength at this time. Speak up in defense of another instead of remaining silent when others are gossiping. Maybe it's time to share the bounty of your time, energy, or possessions with the less fortunate. But remember to help those in need develop their own protector and provider skills. In all cases, raccoon asks that you honor yourself and others equally. Provide for your own needs, or your well will be dry when you choose to give generously. Chiefs earn their eagle feathers when they promote every human's right to self-dignity. Acting in this manner brings that same honor to yourself and to your family. So this is really going with that Seven of Pentacles energy, where it's being able to share your bounty, but having your boundaries set and being like, okay, no, I need this for myself, but when I can and I'm able to, I can give that to whoever else. All right, and then we have alligator. And this is integration. Oh my gosh, I can't read today. Integration. My God. In all cases, Gator is telling you that something may have escaped your perception. Ask yourself what viewpoint or possibility did not get factored in your assessment. Did the missing piece of the puzzle keep you from having an accurate overview of what is now occurring? If so, it's never too late to reevaluate the situation from a more integrated and flexible point of view. Remember, Gator's eyes and nose are often the parts of its body above the water while it senses its surroundings. Gator integrates all probabilities before it makes its move. So this is really also not going at it. It's a saying that I use a lot, or at least my family use a lot. It's like going and killing snakes. And that's usually when you're just like freaking out because there's a bunch of snakes, and then you're not making a game plan of doing that, and you're just, like a chicken with its head cut off in this sense. But it's making sure that you have a plan and that you are going about it in a cautious way, and being able to adapt as well. Okay. So I am just going to go like this. We have 9th house, faith, and that's number 33. So I'm feeling that there's a lot of faith energy that's on the line right now, where especially with this fire energy, where it's like I feel like you've lost a lot of faith, where it's maybe that things haven't been going your way and it just feels like utter destruction, and you're just like, why bother? You know, it just feels like you're like at the end of your rope in a sense. But it's really time to embrace faith and embrace what you believe and what you're wanting out of life, and what you truly do believe, because that's when it's going to show you, when you do have that faith. And that's saying, you know, you have to have faith with yourself. That can be have faith with the universe, with God, with Jesus, with whatever, any god or goddess that you believe in. But it's just having faith and knowing that you're being protected, and that, you know, this whatever this happened wasn't supposed to happen, and it wasn't supposed to be this way. But you need to have faith that you're on the right path, and that whatever this negative energy that has happened is not going to be following you. Wow. You got shaman, ancient healing wisdom. So this is a time that you're going to be gaining a lot of wisdom, a lot of healing. And that's with that 6 of Wands, where you feel like you lost. But this is a healing energy, and this is where you're going to grow in a big spiritual way as well. And I feel especially too, like with all of these this wand energy, this fire energy, you know, it's when you have a forest fire, everything gets black and barren. And then, like, there was one that we have a family cabin, and there was a huge fire, and everything was scorched black, and it was during the summer. And then winter happened, and it still looked barren, just with snow on it. And then spring happened. And when spring happened, it was wildflowers, and we have never seen so many wild flowers up there ever. And it was breathtaking. And it takes some time to rebuild, and it'll never be the same, especially with the trees that have been destroyed. But you can plant new trees. You can plant new. It doesn't replace them. It doesn't replace the old trees, but it definitely is growing new life. And that's really the energy that I feel that is happening right now. Wow. Okay. We have a master teacher card, the Divine Temple, which is source. And I feel like this is like, you need to really focus and hone in on your own self, that you are the source of this energy, and you really need to like feel all of your feelings. And yeah, this might be really chaotic and crazy, but you are the source of like your own energies. So when you start feeling a little bit chaotic, you need to like get into your source, because you're also projecting it when it is like that. And then we have Waite, which is sexuality. So this can definitely be like a partnership, like I said, with that King of Wands in reverse, where it might be someone that you've been wanting or have had relationships, physical relationships with, and it might be even exploring your own sexuality. Maybe that you've been questioning your sexuality, and that can be a huge factor in this. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we just were talking about the grouse and dancing like the DNA. Look what we got. Got ancestors, and there's your DNA right there. And it's the love and legacy of our DNA. So never forget our ancestors, never forget the people that have come before us. And I feel as well with ancestors is, yes, it is in our DNA, but it also is our friends. It is our people that we choose to be family. That is also our ancestors, because we learn a lot from them as well. All right, guys, that is all that I have for you right now. I hope that this does resonate with you. Make sure that you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below, tell me if it resonates with you. I thank you so much for all of your support and watching this. Make sure you do follow me on Instagram at Witch of Boise, Twitter at Witch of Boise, and then Facebook, which is Witch Boise. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.